and I was in this mood yesterday. I'm just home relaxing. It's a no makeup Friday. So I wanted to show you some things I got at Hobby Lobby. Do you ever just walk around Hobby Lobby and, I don't know, just decide to splurge on a few things? So that's what I did. I was looking at the journals and things, and for some reason I fell in love with this bullet journal. See the little dots on there? So I got that. It is it was $6.99, 176 pages, size 6x8. So I got that, and I also got this other stuff right here. I got a few different markers because I want to do some fun stuff I'll be telling you about in a minute. And I bought this mixed media pad. It's, you know, it's just not intimidating when you've got a nice small size like this. This is a 4x6. 110 pound is a decent weight that you could add, you know, watercolor to this or paint to this, and it won't buckle too bad, I don't think. And, you know, these are quick and easy to make into different things, okay, which this could be like your color swatches or patterns or whatnot. So, and then I got it in a larger size too. I got it in the 5.5 by 8.5 size. Same thing. Okay, so these markers, oh my goodness, these are so nice. Have you ever seen these? They're by Sakura at Hobby Lobby. Let me get them out of here. Look how nice these are. So there's 3 different weights. I can show you the label here. These were $10.99, and I'm trying to remember if they're permanent or not. Here's the little thing here showing you the weights. Sorry, I'm blurring. It says black Pigma ink. I don't know what that means, but there's a fine point, a medium point, and a bold point. So the fine point is really just, see if I can pop it off with one hand. Yay, I did. So there you can see it's just a really fine little point. And I did some studies of Gustav Klimt's The Kiss. And I want to do some portrait classes on that, you know, using his style and kind of being inspired by what he did with pattern. So I was examining The Kiss. I don't know if you've ever looked at it. The guy has on a robe with more geometric rectangles and stuff. So here's the weight of this line. This is just a nice fine point. The FB is just a fine point. And you can draw with that, right? You want to make sure that you really snap the lid back on this very securely. So I did, so that it doesn't dry out on you. And, oh, it does say archival quality and waterproof, so that's good. That means it's permanent, so that's good. And then I used this medium, the MB, that's the BB. I used the medium point for these lines. So, you know, when you kind of, hi Diana, how are you? So when you it's kind of a brushy thing. So when you press down more or use it on the side, you get different weights to it, you know, which is kind of nice. Don't press it too hard or you'll ruin the tip. So there's that one. And then the bold one, let me, well, that didn't snap as loud, did it? But it is closed. The bold one, here's the bold one. Look how big that nib is. And that is really nice. Look at that. Woo, nice. So then I looked at, this is what's going on with in The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. You've got this going on with the male figure and this going on with the female figure. She had these like oval shapes filled with more ovals. And what I noticed was in the female robe, she's got mostly curvy shapes, you know, like ovals and organic shapes with a little bit of geometric. And then when you look at the male, he's got these rectangles and squares, but they're inside of a curvy shape. So isn't that interesting how he's playing on these male-female shapes, if you will? So, and then he's also got organic shapes like wavy lines and flowers and triangles on a lot of stuff in the Kiss. Here I actually started drawing out what I saw on this section of his painting. And it's really complicated, but when I do this class, we're going to break it down and just do some pattern play and come up with your own patterns that feel good for you. You know, that's what we'll do. So, like here's the portrait of that woman. It's all in blue, and she's got her hand on her hip, and it looks like she's got a scarf blowing up. She's got dark brown hair. I don't know if you've seen this painting. It is so beautiful. But anyway, all the different shapes that are going on are repeated in this. He's got the wavy lines, the curly cues, the coffee bean oval shapes, triangles, organic shapes. He just repeats these over and over again. And I just love it. I think this really lends itself to glass and resin art. We could do beads and cut mosaic shapes. I'm going to teach how to paint a portrait of a face of a woman or whatever you want to do. And this will probably be an in-person workshop to test it out at first, and then we'll see if it becomes a class in the membership. Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be even more than that. Who knows? But anyway, here are some other. Isn't it fun sometimes to just go splurge on yourself? I mean, for the cost of dinner, you could just grab some new markers, right? These are really good. If you've never purchased one of these, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Fudnosuke? I don't know how to say it. I'm probably saying it wrong. These are really, really nice pens. $5.49 for two of them. They've got that nice nib that you can kind of press down and get a slightly wider line, like they're showing on the back. So there's two tip varieties, a soft and a hard tip. Okay, so those I've had before, and I just wanted more of them. This I've never had before. Tell me in the comments if you have used this one, but it looks like it was a little bit complicated when I went to open it up. It's like it's got directions on how to hold the brush and point the cap upward and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't open this one yet, but I will. And I will demonstrate it. But anyway, it says color brush, but it's just black. And then I got this one too. This one's double-ended. What does that mean? Yeah, it's got a fine point on one end and a brush tip on the other end. So maybe instead of getting all of these, you just get one, just treat yourself to one. So this one I did open, and it's nice because it's got, so here's the fine point I'm gonna pop off, and you can see how fine it is. It's really a really fine point. Let's show you on here. This is an impromptu live. I'm glad somebody's here with me, Diana. Thank you for being here. So, here's what this looks like, just this really fine nib one. It gives you these really fine lines, right? That's on the one end, so let me put the lid back on. And here's the other end. It's got a little flare to it on one side. Here's the other end. Oh, look at those like weird points on it. So here's the other. Let's see what this looks like. If I press down, I get a thicker line. And of course I can, on the side, I get a real thick line. So that's nice, right? You could probably do script. I haven't practiced my script lately, but you get the idea. So anyway, I just thought I would share that. The other thing, what I think was the best decision of all was I got this cute little art bin to put all of it in. because sometimes if I have if I have new art supplies and I put them in their own special container, I'll kind of remember more what I bought them for, you know, and kind of keep on track with what the idea was. Do you ever do that, buy art supplies and then you forget what you bought them for? Yeah, I'm guilty of that. So anyway, put that in there. This is called Art Bin. You know, I'll put the markers in there too, and you just kind of snap it closed like this. And then you can take it on the run with you to go sketching. So that's it, my friends. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you liked this video and you want to see more stuff, if you want to see me do some pattern play with the Gustav Klimt, is it Klimt? I don't know why I put a P in his name. I don't think there's a P in his name. Gustav Klimt studies of pattern play with me. If you want to do that with me, if you're interested in that, comment, let me know. And of course, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content from Aggie. Thanks, friends. Bye. And now I forgot how to end the video. I always do this.